Normally one would say the heart or mind feels all the emotions, but it's indeed the stomach that experiences everything, first and later the mind and body. If yes, then how does one should maintain a good gut health as it affects our entire body and mental well-being? These days there is a lot of discussion happening on the microbiome of your body. In a way it is true also, because there are like trillions of microorganisms living in your gut, living in your mouth, living in your all orifices, even in the blood, even in the plaque. But to say all the emotions are experienced just by the gut bacteria will be like too much. That will be too much. All those people who have great microbiome doesn't mean they have great mind also. There are scores of people world over who are working very deeply on correcting the microbiome by taking fermented foods. Now, when we say fermented foods for West, it's something very new. And they are talking about sauerkraut, talking about kombucha, talking about fermented onions and cabbage and radish and even garlic. It's a big noise these days being made. But in our country, we have been using the fermented food for what? Thousands of years. All the achar which you are eating at home is fermented. Nothing new. We have our black carrot kanji. We have red carrot kanji. Kanji is again a fermented food. Our dahi is a fermented. Our idli, dosa, vada is fermented. Our pathura, which we eat, is fermented. And there is a lot of fermented food which are naturally available in our Indian cuisine. Every state has their own. Like down south, they have fermented rice kanji. Some place it's called ganji, where they have rice, onion, green pepper, some curd, left it 8 hours, like overnight. Next morning, they'll either eat it like that or with the rasam, or they'll put more water in it and drink it like a beverage, fermented food. The fermentation in like North Indian food is not that much, but still it is there. When everybody eats their dahi and lassi and chas, it's fermented. So how many people who drink like buckets and buckets of lassi have a great mind just because their microbiome is good? There's something to ponder about, no? In villages in Haryana, in Punjab, I don't think so anybody who lives in village would just eat their lunch without their lassi. Gujarat, they call it chas. They always have chas. Even in the evening time, in the dinner time, they are having their chas. They never let go of their chas. And down south, all the states are like eating the dosa, vada, sambar, uttapam. It's all fermented. With the millet, we can make another fermented drink. It's called ambali, where you soak like any millet with like 1 part is millet and then 16 part is water. You keep it soaked for like 3 hours. then you cook it, and then you leave it with the cheesecloth on the top for like 12 to 16 hours. And then you churn it like with a spoon, and then drink it, or if you have put some little lesser water, then it's like, what you can call it, like a dalia form. So you can eat it with the spoon, or if it is 1 to 16 part, then you can drink it. It's called ambali. Ambali can be made with any millet. It can be even made with any dal. Just a few weeks ago, we had a Gujarati couple, and they said, we want to cook something for you. I said, well, what do you want to cook? And they said, we wish to cook a handwa for you. Now, handwa is like 3 to 4 dal, different lentils, washed, soaked for 8 hours. Then it is blended, and then another 12 to 14 hours. So good two-day process, 2 days, 1 night process. Fermentation is happening, and they temper it with little sesame, cumin, salt, pepper. Put this material with, and cover it, and just let it bake in that pan. Great. A whole Gujarati is eating lot of fermented dokla and handwa and so many things. But would you say all of them have great minds and very rested and relaxed mind because their microbiome is good? Just think logically. It is indeed a great thing to have a good gut bacteria, for sure. It is our second brain? Yes, it is. But just with food alone, you can't change your temperaments and your aptitudes of the mind. It needs much more than that. Of course, if you have gone for a panchkarma like 8 days, 14 or 21 days, you are away from your usual stressors and you are following that routine, and there is nobody to poke pins in you and challenge you and press your angry buttons. So there is no tussle, no battle, no quarrel, no boss, no subordinates, nothing. It's just your doctor and the staff. So you can't fight with your doctor. Dr. Saab, very respectfully. Whatever doctor says, people follow. So sometimes it is the environment of that place which will work. Of course, if you are getting not all panchakarma, the 5 kriyas are done. It could be just 3, it could be just 2 only, because everybody is different. So the physician will design how many kriyas are possible to be done on the patient. So of course, let's say if you learn how to do kunjal, right, it's going to be a very powerful revelation which I'm going to do. If you learn how to do kunjal properly, your all bad emotions will be gone. This I have seen. A person who has too many anger issues, if this person will, under observation and supervision of a yoga teacher, does the kunjal kriya like once in 15 days, and the pre and the pro preparations are taken really good care of, because here you do kunjal and then you eat achar, pickle, tea, coffee, you are ruining your health then. So the contraindications of the kunjal kriya have to be understood and followed properly. And if somebody is doing, for example, any kriya, if it is being done properly, then if you clean your abdomen with the kunjal, you will find all bad emotions gone. Your mind will be so restful. You would like to close your eyes and be in that silence actually for some time. If you do Shang Prakshalan, again, it will clean your large intestine, small intestine with that water which you have drunk, and taking water in through mouth and relieving it down from the anus and performing the asanas which are required to be done in the Shankh Prakshalan. Again, you will find a big shift happening in your mind. So there is a deep relationship in between the body and the mind, per se. It has deep relation with if your bowel movement is not proper, if your abdomen is having too much of hydrochloric acid, too much of pepsin. When people say, I am having more acid, meaning I have the acidity reflux is happening, it's not because of they have more acid, actually they have less acid. So this less acid should be treated. Now you can treat it either with taking lemon every day, twice or thrice, especially on the empty stomach, or you can take apple cider vinegar to have good quality of acid. And this is one of the best thing for if anybody has a fatty liver. This is the best thing to clean up all that deposited fat out of those liver cells. But I believe more than what you eat is actually going on to fasting. I am very strong opinion about it. And I'm seeing people gaining a great benefit when they do the water fasting. It's a complete water fast. If you can do a day or two of a water fast, it really settles your body nicely and it helps you to have a right optimum levels of acid in your stomach, which means if you eat easy to digest sattvic food after this, it won't just sit and rot in your abdomen, it will get digested nicely. And the food, if is not moved from stomach to small intestine in time, then either it rots in stomach or in the small intestine, which will cause lot of flatulence and lot of discomfort. Dyspepsia will happen and lot of gaseous feeling, uncomfortable feeling will be there. If you are not having a proper bowel movement, now the rule is if you eat twice a day, then you should have 2 bowel movement. If you eat 3 times a day, then you should have 3 bowel movement. Here people don't even go once properly. And they are eating whole day. And I'm saying just eating 2 meals, no snacking in between, then you should have 2 bowel movement. If it's not happening, then something is definitely wrong. So that should be corrected. So one should not snack in between. If you go just for 2 meals a day, meaning this is an 8-hour window in which you eat, and you eat proper nutritious food, and then you allow your body to be without food like 14 hours, minimum 12 hours, the best is 16 to 18 hours. The English term is breakfast. Break fast. So if you haven't fasted a day before, then what fast are you breaking to call it a breakfast? That's wrong. People eat at 10 p.m. at night, 11 p.m. In the morning they wake up and then they again eat like 7 with the tea, the biscuits are there. And then 2-3 cups of tea are done before the actual food is eaten. And still it is called breakfast. There was no fast, but they're saying it's a breakfast. So that's we are overloading our system too much. Until you have digested your prior meal and you don't have a strong hunger, one should never eat. Now problem is when you can order your food on an app and a boy will deliver at your door even 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. in the night, you will be eating too much, too many times. That spoils the whole system. So if you want to fix your digestion, then please follow what I'm saying. Just eating 2 meals in the window of 8 hours Then not eating for 18 hours, 16 to 18. Everybody is different, but I find this is the most doable thing. And then once a week, or maybe a fast for 36 hours together, meaning 36 hours not eating anything and just being on plain herbal tea. Whenever the hunger is there, you put basil leaf, you put tulsi, you put moringa, you may put people, just few leaves, you tear it, put hot water, let it stay, and then just drink it. No milk, no sugar, no chai patti, nothing. So these type of 4, 5, 6, as many cups you can, because hot water will every time take away your hunger. You have a hunger spike, drink hot water, plain hot water, hunger goes down. Simple as that. Or you can take just a plain glass of water, but it's better to take warm water. If not warm, then maybe room temperature. So if you're drinking lots of water, hot water, herbal tea, that will flush all the toxins out. Right? And when you are not eating whole day, then you have ample time to sit down and meditate, and sit down and read a book, sit down and do your mantra chanting. Please do it. And you will find your mind is so sharp. But if you have food addiction, which most of people have, you will be hankering for food. But if the hankering is too much, too loud, then go out, go for a walk, go for a jog, do asana, do a dance, distract yourself. And our bodies are already storing maybe 100 to 200,000 of calories in adipose tissues, in liver. It's everywhere, right? So when we don't put food from outside, body needs energy, then it takes up the energy which is already stored in form of fat in your body.